Welcome friends to another episode of 12 Scented Months, and this time around I'm going to talk about 10 fragrances for February. These are 10 picks from my collection. These are 10 fragrances that I recommend wearing in February. So let's start with number 1 from Alexander J. From the Art Deco collector line comes the Majestic Wood. This is a very beautiful, very elegant fragrance. If you love incense, if you love agarwood, you're gonna definitely love the Majestic Wood. To put it simple, this one smells like an old wooden church where incense was burned for many, many years. I simply love it. It's great, it's relaxing, it's comfortable, and it simply manages to induce a really relaxing and nice state of mind every single time that I wear this fragrance. So my first recommendation comes from Alexander J, and this isn't the only one from this house, the Majestic Wood. Let's go ahead with the next one, still from Alexander J, but this time around from the collector line comes Silver Ombre. If you love rose and agarwood, you're gonna definitely love this one. This is very sensual, it's very comfortable, it's very beautiful, it's very romantic if you want, and very, very elegant. It works out really great when you dress up for a festive event, for an important event in your life. Therefore, very good performance in terms of longevity, projection, and sillage. This is my second pick, Ombre Silver from Alexander J. And let's finish with this house, and let's go to something more tasty. And this time around we have a very beautiful combination between coconut and vanilla. This is Zafir Oud Vanille, a beast of a fragrance. You need to be very careful when and where and how much you apply from this bottle, because it's very strong. It's very overpowering, especially in the beginning of the fragrance, in the opening. But the main two accords are coconut and vanilla. If you love vanilla, you're gonna definitely love Zafir Oud Vanille. Very, very good performance, monstrous in terms of longevity, projection, and sillage. This is semi-gourmand, I would say. Let's go to the next one, and this time around from the house of Lalique comes my beautiful Hommage à l'Homme, a beautiful combo between agarwood and violet. I simply love this fragrance. This is an all year round fragrance, if you ask me. And on my skin, in cooler months, the agarwood is the more prominent note. When it's hotter outside or warmer, the violet leaves come and, let's say, take control of the whole fragrance. Very, very long lasting, really great projection and great sillage. This is a fragrance that I really love and I cherish in my collection, so it gets on this list. Next one up comes from the house of Armani, and of course this is Armani Gold. I simply love the olive blossom combined with tonka in this classic creation, in this beautiful fragrance. Very elegant, sophisticated, has, if you want, a very comfortable feeling whenever I wear it, and because it's February and temperatures allow it, this one works really great on my skin. So Armani Code, a classic in the game, is featured in this month's recommendations. Let's go to the next one from the house of Scent Story. Comes also a classic, and this is 24 Gold. It was really, really hyped in the beginning, about 10 years ago when it came to the market. Honestly, to me, it's a bit overhyped. It's not a bad fragrance, don't get me wrong. It's really great, it smells great, it also performs great. But if we are talking about Scent Story as a house, I had and still have better fragrances from them compared to 24 Gold. For example, 24 Elixir Platinum, which is simply amazing. Nonetheless, this is a really good fragrance for this month and for cooler months in general. So if you love agarwood, jasmine, ylang ylang, raspberry, leather, you're gonna definitely love 24 Gold. Therefore, it gets a place on this list. Next one up comes from the house of Guerlain, and this is L'Homme Idéal Eau de Parfum. The cherry from Guerlain, if you want. This is a very sophisticated, very elegant, very masculine fragrance, and also quite mature. I don't really recommend this fragrance to younger crowds because they're gonna definitely not like the scent profile, because this isn't super sweet and candy-like. Many fragrances are nowadays on the market. This is a true gentleman's fragrance. Very good performance, at least on my skin. Good projection and also sillage. I don't really wear this fragrance too much. I don't know why, because I like the fragrance, but it does deserve to be on this list. Next one up comes from the house of Dolce Gabbana, and this is my favorite fragrance from this house. This is Dolce Gabbana Pour Homme Intenso. I also have the original Pour Homme, but I don't really like it, to be honest. It smells so similar with this one. I do prefer this one because it performs better, it projects better, and it has a better sillage. But also, I really love the composition from Intenso. It's stronger, you have hay inside, you have tobacco, it simply smells amazing, and especially in cooler days. Compared to the original Pour Homme, this one performs a lot better. Therefore, I really like Intenso. As I said, it's my favorite fragrance from the house of Dolce Gabbana. Therefore, gets a place on the list. And the last one comes from the house of Hermes, and this is Terre d'Hermes. Just like Lalique Homage Pour Homme, this is a fragrance that has a strange behavior, if you want, on my skin. In cooler months, the vetiver note is the main accord. In warmer months or summer hot days, the citruses come up and take control. Therefore, this is an all year rounder for me. I wear it in winter time, spring, summer, fall. I don't care because it simply works. Good performance. The smell is simply amazing. So if you love vetiver, if you love citruses, I highly recommend you get your hands on Terre d'Hermes if you didn't already. And sorry, this isn't the last one. This is the last one. It was in the box and I almost missed it. Comes from the house of Mancera, and this is my favorite fragrance from the house of Mancera. Of course, Gold Intensity Wood. An amazing fragrance. I simply love this fragrance compared to many other creations from this house, especially compared to Wood Lemon Mint, for example, which I also have, and I cannot fully understand why it's so overly hyped, but this one is something totally different. This is a fresh, somewhat fresh interpretation of agarwood. You have some really beautiful citruses in this fragrance combined with agarwood. And this time around, the agarwood in this one doesn't come out as a synthetic agarwood like in other Mancera or Mancera, however you want to pronounce it, fragrances, or especially in fragrances from the sister house Montal. This is really, really beautiful. The performance of this one is simply outstanding in terms of longevity, in terms of projection, in terms of sillage, and it garners compliments like crazy, at least for me. It's very beautiful to wear it in cooler days or months, but also it's quite beautiful to wear it also in warmer days or months. So for me, it's again a all year rounder type of fragrance. I highly recommend it. This is actually the first fragrance that I always recommend to anyone who wants to get into the Mancera house, because it's that good. There are a few others, but this one, as I said, is my top choice when it comes to this house. Okay, guys, these are my 10 fragrances for a scented February. These are my 10 recommendations of what type of fragrances to wear this month. Usually I would do this type of videos in the beginning of each month, but this month I wasn't actually hurrying, if you want. I wasn't, let's say, ready to shoot this video. But nonetheless, I did it, so enjoy. See you in the next one. As always, be safe, be good,